Mr. Darren Maud, I think we're in business.
Yeah. Is that better?
That's a bit better. I like it. All right.
Good
Fantastic.
stuff.
We can kick it off with a brief intro and then just get straight into it.
All right. This is it's not scary, is it, Cullen? All right. Will I be stuck for words?
No, I think you've done this before. I think you've done this before. I think you'll be right.
All right. Sounds good. I'm in your capable hands.
All righty. Here, let me just put this. Hi everyone, Cullen Haynes here from Legal Home Loans, here with the one, the only, the legendary Darren Maud from Patterson Law, barrister at law in Melbourne, Victoria, in the naughty state as we call it, but checking in to see how's everything going over there, Darren.
Checking in. Well, look, Cullen, I've decided I'm giving stage 4 a miss, right? It's too much like stage 3, right? So I'm going to stage 5, I've decided, which you don't have to wear a mask in stage 5. It's just 6 weeks in your bed, block of chocolate, red wine, showering is optional, and it's fine. So I think stage 5 is going to be a real goer.
Oh, very good, very good. And how have you been coping? Obviously, I compliment you on the backdrop of your office. You've refurbished it, I think.
I've refurbished it. I've done a bit of a special COVID, refurbish, and it looks a bit like the virus, actually, the colours. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But yeah, look, lockdown life is it's very different. I find it, to be honest, very tiring because you're on all different platforms. We're on Microsoft Teams with Court. We're on Zoom with our clients. We've still got the telephone, texting. I just find my mind's in a spin by the end of it. And I'm finding cases are taking longer. The judges have been incredible. They've been very, forgiving at times when things break down. So everyone's putting in their best effort, I think, for the clients, which is great.
Okay, so everyone's kind of rolling with the punches and whatnot. And in your conversations with clients, there's obviously a lot of things happening in the media where we're getting that rhetoric about people living from home. There's a higher degree of separations, etc. What do you think about that from a family law perspective? Is that true? Is there weight to that? And I guess what are some tips and strategies for families that you've found useful for your clients?
Yeah, look, definitely. I think definitely separation rates have gone up. There's no doubt about that. I know suicide rates have gone up too, something like 25%. So there's no doubt this period's affecting people. I think too, with families that were on the edge anyhow, this has really pushed them over. I think a lot of people where there's family violence are getting a certain relief there. I know that's one of the exceptions to the rigid rules we've got here in Victoria as far as our lockdown are concerned. But look, I think just as a family, pretty basic stuff as far as, just communicating, talking things out, trying to solve problems without yelling at each other or getting into bad moods, because everyone's a little frayed at this time. We try and liven it up at home. We had Christmas in July a couple of weeks ago. What else do? We had wonton night last week. It sounds all exciting, but it's just different, Actually, I'll tell you what we did do the other week. We had a bake-off where the kids had to bake something, a cake, and I had to dress up as Matt Preston with my pillows under my jacket.
You had the cravat. I love this.
Oh, cool. Cravat. A nice special colour, a classy cravat. Yeah. And I had to judge their particular the bakery delights. So that was fun. But yeah, I just think just liven it up a bit. Liven it up.
Okay, so liven it up is the main message, and fantastic. That people can take from it. And obviously, you're doing some great work at the moment. Tell me about what the latest endeavours you've been up to. I know when I last saw you in person, it seems like it was almost a year ago. We had the launch of Tommy.
Yeah. So Tommy's taken us on a huge ride. It's won 11 international awards now, including Best Actor and Best Screenplay just last week in Massachusetts, which was great. It got into the St Kilda Film Festival and to Flickerfest, which was incredible. And it's just got into the Queensland Film Festival, which is amazing, and with the Best Actor. So that's incredible. Tommy will take us around the country next year. We're going to do a tour around the country with it. And it's just been released on Apple iTunes, would you believe, Cullen? So that's exciting.
Oh, well, I'm going to download it right away. For people who don't know what Tommy is, if you can provide some context, I think it would really get people wanting to see it. Obviously, it's
we set up this charity, To Be Loved Network, tobeloved.org.au, and that's we're principally set up to produce resources to help children navigate parental separation and family violence.
Yeah.
And last year we launched a book that I wrote called Tommy and Tiger Terry, that was launched at Parliament House. And following that book, we launched a film called Tommy, which is loosely based on the book. And Tommy is a short film, a 20-minute film, but it packs a punch as far as it's a story about a little boy who relies on his imaginary friend, Tiger Terry, that he's deluded about, to assist him navigate his own parental separation, his parents splitting up. So it's a pretty full-on story. It's pretty powerful. It packs a punch, but it sends a powerful message to parents in terms of, prioritising your kids during that really tough time. So, but we're exciting at the moment. We're developing a kids app with Monash University, who are our researchers, and we've also got a digital company on board who are going to construct the app. That app will assist children with information about the family court, and it will also have a wellbeing component, which will provide the children with some mindfulness stuff to just gauge where they're at, and information how they can get help if they need it. So it's totally parent-proof, so parents can't use it as a weapon against the other parent or involve the child in it. So it's totally kid-focused, it's parent-proof, and I think it'll be a real plus. Something that hasn't been done before, and something that kids will get a real benefit from, I think, because we're all about giving kids a voice. And it's really important this day and age. I mean, we all know, Cullen, we were told as kids to sit in the corner. Children should be seen and not heard. Well, I think we've come of age in the sense that children should be seen. And you know what? Sometimes they should be heard because they've got something worth listening to. So, that's what we're all about.
Okay, fantastic. And I'll put the link in wherever, up or down the show notes to that. And
thanks, man.
No, my pleasure. So we got the link to the app. We'll have the link to the Tommy and on iTunes. Yeah. People can download it, and definitely a powerful, quite moving when I saw it in person in Melbourne. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I remember you coming there down to St Kilda, wasn't it? Which was
cool. It was, and little Easter egg for people. You actually played the tiger, I think, in Tommy.
I did actually. Yeah, I did. Yeah, just quietly. Took a lot of hair and makeup, but but that was it. But look, we're as I said, we're a charity. We've got full DGR status, which is totally tax deductible. So we're always looking for people who've got a philanthropist spin and are interested in supporting our projects, because it's really hard raising monies, and it's certainly something which we're not just about awareness, we're about actually producing a solid product. So we're about prevention, and it's great to have people on board, and certainly people like yourself have been amazing with the support we've received.
No, it's our pleasure when there's something. Such a power. I think, family law, and there's been a couple of instances, tragic instances recently where it could have been done from the legal side, and especially the message for families is, you've got to think about the child at the end of the day. It's so very easy to get caught up in that power game, but who's the real one that suffers, which I think is the real powerful message I walked away from Tommy. From that.
Yeah, because and Screen Australia, I thought, put it really well. They said the power of the film is that in the film, Tommy doesn't speak. And the power of the film is underscored by the fact the child isn't given a voice. And that's what we as adults, as parents, need to really focus on. That children deserve to be heard. They don't necessarily. It doesn't necessarily mean that just because they want something that it should happen, but they need to be considered in the process. They need to be heard in the process, and then, importantly, they need not to be discounted in the process.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some powerful message that I think everyone can pick up on there. And
Yeah.
anything else you're working on? What's happening in your world right now? You got lots of things going on for you, Darren?
Well, look, court stuff is just so busy. And I think it's made busier with all these call overs online and trials and whatever. So, yeah, I'm really busy work-wise. Haven't got any problems there. I was just saying to someone before that I think the problem with this COVID thing, particularly in Victoria at the moment, is the lack of engagement with people. And it's that disengagement that creates this low-level anxiety. So you've got your work, you go home, and then you wake up the next morning and it's Groundhog Day. And I really miss that social interaction, like sitting down with my mate Cullen and having a cup of bean or something.
Coffee.
You know,
Absolutely.
having a coffee or God forbid a wine. But it's just that lack of social engagement that I really miss. And I've been in, as you know, an actor, and I've been cast in a couple of plays and they've been put off until next year. And it's just, I miss that part of it as well. But I think you just need to keep occupied. Doing this sort of stuff, engaging, and even at this level is better than nothing if you can't meet in person. And just hoping that we get over this stage 4 lockdown sooner than we think, you know.
Sooner rather than later, for sure. And like, you mentioned that like there's some strategies. I know some of your friends have been calling you, you know, due to COVID. Some like friends that live on their own. Pick up the phone.
Yes. I've got a few mates who live on their own, lawyers and actors. And I got a call the other night, Friday night actually, at 11 o'clock. And my friend said, oh, look, I hope you don't mind me ringing you late. I know you'd be up. I just need a chat. And it's because people, as I said, have got that lack of engagement. They're by themselves. And I think we should welcome that in a friendship group or as a community. We should be able to extend that support to our friends. And you know, it's a reciprocated thing often. You know, there's times, despite the fact I'm with my family, you know, sometimes I feel like just ringing up a mate and just having a chinwag just for the sake of relieving some of that low level of anxiety that you have. You know, I miss not going up to the family court and seeing all my fellow colleagues up there, you know, every day, which is, you know, which can be quite lonely when you're running a practice from an office, you know, when you're just by yourself. So, yeah, so I think there's little things we can do, but it all gets back down to community, having that sense of community, supporting each other. And look, we'll all get through it, Cullen. You know, we'll all get through it. It'll be fine. This time next year, we'll look back and think, oh, that was a terrible time. But we'll get through it and we can do it.
This too shall pass. This too shall pass.
Half glass full.
Half glass full kind of guy. I love that. That's some nice points there. And any closing points or any other things you'd like to shout out to LinkedIn land, as it were, or Instagram land, or wherever we beam this when we release it?
I saw a saying the other day, which I quite liked, which was talking about being human or human being.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. And I kind of like that. I like that twist on things because we can be human and we can just sit down or stand up or not take notice of things around us, but we can be a human that's actually mindful and is actually being in the space and is actually focused on those people around us and whether they're traveling okay or those people on social network platforms that we can interact with. So I think as human beings, we can do more than just being. We can actually do something positive to help others. And I think you get a lot from that. You know, you get a lot from giving. So, and you're a giver, I know, Cullen. You get out there and help people, and I think it's really good. It's really commendable.
No, thank you so much there, Darren. And I love that. Be human doing. We're going to have to rewrite the vernacular. Be a human doer and do things. I love it.
Human doer. Yeah. Yeah. What do they used to have on, was it Romper Room? Back, I remember when I was a kid, probably before your time, they used to have do be a do be, don't be a don't be.
Oh, I like it. Don't be a don't do be a doer.
Yeah, that's right.
Fantastic. So, yeah. Well, look, it's been great chatting with you, and I wish we could do it in person, but Alas,
We will.
only got the screen to do it, but it's glad to know you're doing so well. Again, everyone check out Tommy. Check out the new family law app that's coming out. And what are the plays that you're coming out in next year that have been posted?
I'm doing an original piece at La Mama called Moment in Time, which will be at the end of this year. And I'm doing a musical. I've got a lead role on a musical called Urinetown at Chapel next year. Okay. So that'll be an absolute buzz, and you'll have to come and have a VIP suit, Cullen.
Oh, I'm gonna have to wear my checkered suit. I'm excited.
Yeah, VIP suit, and I'll get you a VIP seat as well.
Right at the front. I cannot wait there, Darren. Well, it's great to chat as always. And where can people reach you usually?
They reach me either on my email, dmort@bigpond.net.au, or simply they can message me always at our website for the charity, which is tobeloved.org.au. So, and as I said, we'd love to hear from people who might be able to assist us in some way, move that message forward for kids.
Absolutely. Well, I'll make sure links on there. Great chatting with you, Darren. All the best to everyone in Melbourne, and we'll speak soon.
Thanks, mate.